One early morning in busy city of Cyril, also known as the City of Wizards, a train comes whistling in through the outer walls. As all the passengers pass through the city, they have a good look of the city, Cyril, a port city on the far western side of Signa, mountain built along the riverbed, rows upon rows that seem to be stacking up on each other as the further you go away from the port, of just buildings, large spires of churches and towers, black white stone structures encircled by palisades of dark iron, mixed in with whitewashed buildings that seem to gleam in the sunlight. Going down the main streets, up and down, are small trams, which is what Cyril is also known for. Cyril is one of the more beautiful cities of Signa. However, listening around and hearing murmurs and rumours, you can understand that there might be a dark underground that the politicians and police force try to keep out of the main view of the city. As the train whistles in and pulls into a station, a distinctive group of 5 characters walk off. Leading the group is a middle-aged woman of dark hair, known as Cassandra. Following behind them, at about half height, is a dwarf. And who is that dwarf?
Havelock Silverhand, the leader in the field. He is quite victorious for this particular and likes to scrap.
Yep. Any distinctive appearances?
No, a little bit short for a Wolfolk, possibly even a little bit overweight. But for the most part, fairly average appearance. Shaggy brown hair. Definitely looks like he's seen way too many workshops.
In complete contrast to him, following behind, towering over him, seems to be dragging a huge pile of metal sheet armor suits.
This is fucking heavy. Why do I have to carry it?
He's stronger than me. Shut up.
You owe me a drink when we get to the nearest pub.
That's good we have to help along.
And who is this ogre?
This is Argus. Argus is an ogre. You see him carrying around a cutlass, pistol at one side, a cutlass the other, and he's got brass knuckles on his hands. He likes to get his hands dirty the real way. Bit of a brawler.
Any distinctive personalities?
He's a crash. So he's honourable, keeps to his word, keeps his mate's friend. And we'll go over and beyond the Call of Duty for him. He's pretty muscular, but he's fast. He's not exactly the most perceptive person. Buzzcut, almost military style, but he doesn't carry himself as a soldier. More as he's got a few nose is been shattered multiple times and has been refixed, so it's really crooked. He's got quite a few scars along his face, along his arms. He's seen that it really.
And following behind him, what seems like a beaming, shining light that seems to mix in with the city itself. The Paladin of Menoth stepping out.
Oh, look, it's check my reflection in your shield.
Yes. Yes, I am Lucrin. And distinguishing features are fabulous blonde hair, exquisite maintenance on the armor, always seems very clean, and takes pride in his religion. Or Menoth provides.
And what also seems like stark contrast to that character walking behind him is an alchemist.
Name is Egan Norwood.
Yep.
He's got a gas mask which looks like it's hanging off his collar. So it's ready to mourn in amongst the host.
Yep.
His clothes are singed around the looks side to side, constantly taking everything in.
Any distinctive features, scars, jewellery, hairstyles?
Sort of covered.
And this colourful group shall be known as figure out later.
Yeah, we haven't got to that.
We have an own reputation.
Yeah, we're just a group. We're just looking for. We haven't come up with a name yet. Maybe we'll find out during our first stay in the city.
Yes, the plain B's. Big bang.
Explosives, many explosives.
I like that idea. You and me.
As they step off the train and onto the platform, a couple of armed watchmen approaches the group. One man steps forward and he goes, "Alright, you know the drill. Hand over that armor." Cassandra looks at the door and just quietly mutters, "I'll take it. I'll take care of this. This is just a contraband check, which I doubt they'll find anything."
Keep moving, Toonie.
She steps forward and starts talking with the city guard. After a moment, she comes back and this might take a couple of hours. So here's what I'm going to do. She hands you a large stack of gold coins, about 2,000 gold pieces in it,
Oh, my rich.
and a rolled up contract, which is for your mercenary charter. So I'm going to take care of this business. It might take a couple of hours. Meanwhile, you take the boys and start looking around for a new building.
Roger, Dodger. So. Do you need help? Need any help at all?
Nah, I'll be able to take care of this myself.
Alright.
Turn up in a couple of hours if you need to sit back or any problems arise.
Alright.
What about new time and place?
Here, a couple of hours. So I'm gonna need someone to carry this. Oh, and be on your best guard. This charter might take a while to approve, so if you're helping any serial guards along the way, it might make this go a lot faster.
Yes, try and be pleasant. Let's not start fights though.
What are you looking at me for?
Oh, no reason.
I finished once, and I'm starting.
Alright, so
Before you leave, she shows you like a printed out map on the billboard by the station. It just shows the layout of the city. Just points around to like general district areas like the docks, merchant areas, the arena, the more high class society, the fraternity order. Also has a distinct building, and she tells you to stay away from that, mostly because we don't want to start off our first day here on bad terms with them. And just suggested, point to areas she suggested you look around. It says like, try and go for the more middle class area. We might be able to get lucky and have some gold left over.
Yeah.
Go to the rich district, but that will be able to pay for a building, and keeping rent paid might take a while.
Yeah.
It will take a long time. And
you guys can avoid the trouble and allow the cheaper areas.
explore the cheap areas if we have no choice, but we might need to spend some of our gold on extra security. But other than that, have a look around town and try and get a lay of the land.
Alright, what's the scroll say?
What does the scroll say? Or is that the map? Oh no, that's the.
You mean the charter? It's
It's the
just
charter. Yeah.
oh, and all mercenaries live by their charter.
Right.
We haven't figured out exactly what it states, but it's like this is what we do, this is what we follow. Anyone who doesn't is out.
Shall we go and have a look around town? Just watch. Go in the land.
Yes.
Oh, and you also get the advice that if you want to ride through the trams, you can buy a full day ticket at 3 Gs per person. They'll let you roll up and down town all day,
What time of day is it now?
so early morning.
Right.
So it's 12:40.
Again, you still owe me a beer.
So looking at the map, how far are we from the
You're basically in the middle quarter, like the presentation pulled up.
Okay. Oh, cool. That's even better then.
Well, because you need an alchemist lab and a mechanical workshop, you might need something more akin to a warehouse.
Oh, we're going to list in. We'll prioritize what's most appropriate. Head towards one that seems natural.
Okay, so you haven't spent money on a tramp yet.
Yep.
Yeah, just to make sure. So after wandering about and with some helpful direction from watch guards or pedestrians you come across, you spent the morning, the first several hours of the morning, just inspecting several houses, warehouses, some that are connected to other buildings, some that are just being rented out, part of other buildings.
So we get an idea of even the surroundings, see if it's prone to criminal activity or not.
Not something you can see if you're making sure very close by it.
I don't think it's a good idea to support your addiction.
You managed to find that an empty warehouse that has two back rooms. One that's smaller that can fit as an office, and another that can fit as a living quarters. And after a bit of cleaning out, it has enough room to fit at least two separate stations. You notice something standing out. A large crowd seems to be gathered around in one of the more busy streets of the city on your way back. In front of the crowd, you can see what seems to be a quickly built together makeshift stage.
I'll stop and watch.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Always sort of late.
Don't meet so loud.
We're already late.
Fuck. What are we going to be? A few minutes late? Bad.
On top of the stage, you see a well-dressed man, well-groomed, with obviously he's oiled up his mustache and hair, like one of those checkered, showman suits. He's with a cane that he seems to be proficient in swirling around.
Snakes, oil seller. You're watching movies selling crappiest shit today. Hang out.
He's gathering up and working up the crowd. He's like, quick, gather around everyone. My name is Jimmy Joe Johnson, and I have a new product for you.
It's the monorail can.
What's that name? Have you ever been cold, tired, withered, after a long day of work? You come home and the fire's out. You hit your wife and go to bed.
Oh, you don't hit your wife and grab an ale. Warms you up every time.
He points his fingers. That's right, sir. When you work a long day and you're tired, you just want to put up your feet on a warm fire. When that's not available, especially during winter, it can make you a really annoyed customer, right? What about the ale? He doesn't know how to answer that, so he moves on.
This is a serious question. What about the ale?
Stay relax. It's totally killing him.
I'll kill a man for less.
And so he walks over to what seems to be a medium-height device draped over in cloth. I have a brand new device for you. And he whips it up, and what seems to be, from what you can tell, is a couple of Tesla coils presented behind a grate in a metal box.
That's not ale. That's not ale.
That's funny, it's got a price tag emblazoned on it. Oh look, it's $19.99. We need to find this.
Have you ever came home and you just wanted the house to be full of heat? What if I give you a device that heats up the place? And what would this little heat device be called? It's called a warmer. With just a couple of slabs.
Wouldn't it be better called a heater? Since it heats?
Yes, sir, but heat hurts and warm feels good. But with a tiny little battery, you can keep this bad boy, slash the roof, you can keep this bad boy running for weeks and days. And how much would this fine device be worth?
What, 2 Tesla coils and some metal plate? What's that? 200 credits?
You may look at this device and say that can't be anything less than 2,000 gold per pieces, right?
No.
Well, the good news for you, it's not that expensive. Normally,
It's 1,999.
it's even cheaper than that, sir. Normally, I've been told to sell this for nothing short of 1,500. 15. Not 15. For 1,500 gold pieces. But I'll do you one even better. For 999 gold pieces, this brand new device called a warmer can be rightfully yours.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to come up here and test this fine device?
Yeah, I'll
Let's see if there's anyone how the crowd's reacting. A lot of people in the crowd are intrigued and stepping in front of you first.
I'd let him go.
I'll sneak around the back of the stage and have a look at the device from behind it while they're busy clambering to the front of it to have a look at it.
Several people step forward and put their hands in front of the warmer and are amazed at all the heat dispensing from the device. Some people seem to already be running off, trying to find enough gold pieces for this strange device, while some are trying to barter down or work together to buy the item together. You looking at the back, you don't see anything malicious or evil.
I'm not looking for anything malicious or evil, it's just that it looks like he's simply using power from Tesla capacitors to cause a short circuit in the system, which causes the heat essentially, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how long do I reckon this would actually run for when it's turned on?
From what you can tell, let's see if you can tell for a perception check.
I have the detection skill, hooray!
We'll detect the reading.
That is a rank 10.
Yes. As far as you can tell, he seems true to his word.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, there's something. Yeah. It's 11, sorry, yeah.
As far as you can tell, without actually owning and testing it yourself, he seems to be true to his word.
Well, a Tesla coil runs for approximately how long? I don't know.
That's actually a Tesla generator. This is different device.
That is a question you can ask the man if you're interested.
And he actually did answer, or at least in his showmanship way,
What's that word?
days to weeks. This man seems to be making a profit from also selling the heater, but whatever batteries you need to buy to also power it might be a bit steep.
Yeah, I'll pipe up from behind the device. So tell me, good man, so once this thing runs out of power in a couple of weeks, how do you plan on replenishing it?
Good question. So good questions. There's a couple of stores in town that are also more than willing to sell specifically designed batteries that's designed for this contraption.
How much?
How much it will cost?
Battery.
10 G's for a battery that can last a week.
Coal doesn't even cost that.
Yes, sir, but this thing is portable
So
and easy to run.
It's coal!
And
You
clean.
put fire to it, burns!
That's big thing.
Don't buy this crap!
If the last thing a coal miner needs is to come home and fill himself up with more coal.
You just shake himself off!
Just got the black out of your lung and it's straight back in there.
Exactly!
I understand your concerns, sir, but this device is clean and efficient.
So is coal! It's efficient,
Alright, well,
and you're gonna clean up after it, so...
Yeah.
good luck selling this.
Well, people pay for convenience. This has convenience.
Jeez,
cleanliness.
he's freaking right about that.
It's terrible. We're already late to take Santa, let's go.
Yes. That's
Does anyone want to do a perception check to see if there's anything else they're looking for? Like,
I shall see if there's anyone trying to pickpockets as well.
fine. I enjoy our pockets and so.
Yeah. I feel sorry for the fuck that
the weird symbol is a 6.
11 for detection.
13.
That is a 14.
Pete, you roll one.
One thing you notice is that you don't seem to be jiggling as much anymore.
Do I see where the culprit's gone with this hand of money?
As you look around, unfortunately, with other people in the crowd running about and also running back and forth through the street, it'll be hard to exactly pinpoint who. Your best chance will just be trying to grab someone. Unfortunately, the dwarf is having trouble seeing past everyone's butts and shoulders to pinpoint exactly who it is, and the Ogren is having trouble pointing out specifically who he's looking for.
He took the time, doesn't he?
You also notice that your contract is missing.
Oh, right. Now I'm angry.
You weren't angry before?
Should we try and step back from the crowd and see if there looks to be anyone who is...
See if there's some organised robbery going on.
yeah.
Look in, see if someone's looking back and forth suspicious.
Well, not only that, just seeing if there's elements moving through the crowd, and then you see the crowd later respond, noticing things are missing.
Or some sort of organised thievery, or someone organising people to take certain marks on it.
Or even just watching for a while and see where they head off to. We won't be able to track them down.
Did you want to use your previous roll, or would you prefer to use do a separate perception roll?
Well, we're taking a fresh approach to it, so I was thinking,
Okay. And rolls aren't good this session, as they were last time, were they?
I'll too will spend a bit of money. And I'll get a few on it.
I think if you want, you can help someone with their roll and they get a +1. Okay, you help him, so it goes up to 14. You notice up on the side, some guy leaning up in a large trench coat and a large hat, who seems to be carefully observing the entire crowd. As he's looking around, he notices a colourful cast of characters approaching him, where he immediately starts briskly walking away.
Shall we follow?
prepare for the chasing.
Gryffindor.
Get him, fellas!
You shout that?
Or maybe
And
slightly simple, dude.
if I can, I might even, as I yell, get it, just cast a spell and charge it in. Maybe try. Well, I've got
Boundless charge.
charge, which increases my speed. So
That's not exactly subtle, and it might draw the attention of any watch guards.
I know, but if we're correct, then we can turn him over to the watch.
Yep.
So I'll pop around and have to trick it off and then last cast a charge.
Give me a roll. There is actually running rules.
Yep.
But it's not here because I don't think it'll be that common. Now remember, it's speed +7 plus your roll.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'll roll a second. Do I get to add a bonus to that because of the spell? I cast it as a protection.
Yeah, it's plus the movement, so it'll be +10, I guess. I can't find the exact page.
It's on the screen or something.
No, the screen is for more common abilities, but like chasing and running isn't as common as, say, swimming for some reason. I'm pretty sure it'll be 2 dice plus 10.
So I got 15.
So did he.
Is that for the roll for your spell?
No, he rolled 7 plus 10.
I can chase his roll as well.
Yeah, but it'll be +7.
9 speed.
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. +7.
Yeah.
21.
Nice.
That's
The dwarf cut immediately. Runes appear around his hand, and it seems like his feet have harnessed energy swirling around it. He starts chasing after the man, who immediately seeing a small dwarf running at twice his speed, immediately starts booking it.
Missed the ogre, which lands on the side.
He actually manages to dodge the small dwarf and seems to have turned around and smirk before a huge hulking ogre comes charging in, elbow smashes him right to the wall.
Distraction.
He falls down in pain and starts quickly fumbling to his feet.
I'll level my cannon at him. Hold it right there.
He holds up both hands and goes, "What's wrong? I'm not doing anything."
Did you hear a jingle? You knocked him out.
You can't.
He quickly
Carefully.
open and goes, "I got nothing, sir. Just like a knife for defense, but
I
nothing."
got first him.
Slam him against the wall.
Ow.
Huh?
Ow.
Not so. It's not my job. I'll get up into him. But, nah, nothing there.
In the time it would take you to frisk him, you manage to find a small knife, a more hidden knife, and small coin purse with only about 4 G's in it.
What's this shit? You got 4 gold. Tip it out onto the ground.
Hey, that's my money.
Why are you watching the crowd?
Yeah. Steal your money.
I was just curious what was going on. Seems like a pretty good machine, right? I don't think I have the money for it though. Your actions seem to be causing a bit of stir, as you notice watch guards quickly approaching you.
I'll put my weapon away. So you're paying far too much attention to someone who's just observing the crowd.
Oh, what's there to say? Just wondering what was happening. I was wondering how everyone else was reacting. You know, to see if it was legit or not. Do you think it was legit?
I think you're not legit.
Nah, I'm legit, so I'm legit.
Who are you working with or for?
I'm not working with anyone. I'm not working for anyone.
We just got robbed, so.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know what's it got to do with me.
Streetwise or sense of motiveness?
You want to intimidate him or?
I would love to intimidate him. Yes, please.
He is here for operations. Got a discount. He's my intimidating.
Do I? Just gotta make sure I get the right dice. Not one of my dodgy ones, no. Just wanted to make sure I didn't get to
My yellow and brown one have been.
No, I had the 5-sided dice. Like,
He's got a dice, it's got 5 angry dice.
Oh.
and one that has 2-sided dice.
When you run on photographs.
Yep. Alright. What is intimidation mean?
Social.
Social. Which is.
Yep.
Physique?
Depends.
How you want to intimidate him?
Very big and scary.
Yeah.
Then I guess it would be your physique.
9 plus
Oh, critical.
Gotcha. 13, so 22.
Alright, do you want to play it out?
Fist in the wall. Buckles of brick. Next time it's your face.
All colour in his face seems to have been completely drained. He just looks at you and starts stammering these words. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Like, I'll tell you what you want. Just tell me what you want.
Who are you working with to police the crowd?
Look, I'm not trying to police the crowd. I was told to look about to see anyone who is, who shouldn't be here, who should be more in the rich part of town,
Who asked you to do that?
Just local, just local men. Look, what do you want from me? They just tell me to look about and see who do you think.
You can't be that naive to notice you're a stooge.
I am.
Can you point out to these, and I'm sure by this point you can see much of the very much, these gentlemen, who it is that you've been working for to help people being
Did
robbed?
you see anyone who robbed us?
You probably have enough time for one question because the city guard now quickly surrounding you.
Did you see who robbed us?
No, if I can't see you, how can I see them?
I'll pick him up and dust him off. It's alright, man.
City guard goes, "Oi, what's going on here, mate?"
Just dusted him off. He
This
fell
gentleman's been
over.
helping other people rob people.
You got two answers that time, so he asked you to clarify a bit more of what's going on.
This gentleman has been
Dusting
keeping
him
an eye
off.
on people who look like they...
He's stuck in.
Angus, shut up.
He fell over. I'm just picking him up and dusting him off.
This gentleman has been helping certain
And look, he's dropped his gold on the ground.
whose name he won't release to check out the marks so that they can be robbed.
Okay, so who are you men again?
We'd like to tell you they're identical things stolen.
We're an up-and-coming mercenary and is currently using the premises in town. We were investigating over yonder war market being sold.
Wait, so
We were in the crowd of war markets.
you guys are new in town? I think I might know what was happening. We've been heard recent reports of a new gang popped up that only seem to be targeting people who are turning into town for the first time.
Who are
I guess we'd be interested in following up with that.
Unfortunately, we don't have any information on them.
they? Who are they?
The old bloke. So how much? What exactly do they steal?
$2,000 pieces.
And a charter.
And a charter.
That's what you say.
Well, unfortunately, we have no more information for you. But if
It was 3,000.
Shut up, Angus.
But I'll tell you what, you'll start a new charter, right? If you can track down the man who did this and hand him over to us, we can get your charter processed by the end of the week.
That would be fantastic. What do I do with this gentleman here?
We'll take care of him. We'll question him and give you any information. Drop by the guard's house in the area if you're having trouble finding him. We might be able to get more information from this fella.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Don't forget to pick up your gold. You dropped it.
The guard looks back and forth and goes, seems like they only managed to run off with 2,000 of your 2004 gold pieces, right?
That's right.
And the man is quickly arrested and led away.
Hold on to that for him. He comes back. We'll have a drink. Save money.
Next time I go, I'll carry the gold. It's been hard to pick gold when it's under your armor.
Okay, so you have a bit more information.
We'll go and see Sandra. Face fire.
Sorry, we're late. We've had an incident.
We were robbed.
There was some unpleasantness. We can never go back there.
That's what we got last days.
That's a mechanism.
One thing you've determined that you weren't exactly just robbed on the spot. You seem to have been had a target put over you sometime in advance.
Is there anything we notice on ourselves?
Yeah, put a little target on you.
Well, no, I don't know. There might have been,
Could you turn it down a little, Javier?
Well,
Seriously.
You got a kicking sign on your back. So what will your next step be? Just to go to Cassandra?
We should go and see her, but she's waiting for us.
Can't we just go find these cretins and sort them out?
Oh, Cassandra's good at finding people too.
well, we need to catch up with Cassandra anyway. We're already.
Yeah, you're missing your fifth character.
Fine, come on.
I don't be scared. Okay. She is a formidable woman.
I've yet to meet a human that I have not faced in combat.
I didn't say anything about combat.
Ron doesn't know fear. Yeah, that's smart.
Johnny, you fine with your participation at the moment? Okay.
I'm just the quiet one of the group.
Okay. Soon after, you find Cassandra, who seems to be a bit bored, waiting for you, sitting on your armor. So, at that time, did you find a place?
Oh, we found a place, yeah. It's really nice there.
We lost the money.
What do you mean you lost the money?
Someone took it.
Gambling and whores.
Apparently there's a group, an underworld group of them.
My excuse sounds better.
We were.
I heard that from the guard.
My excuse sounds better.
Look, hookers and blow is good, but that's not what happens.
But we obviously can't do anything further until you at least get that charter back.
Well, the challenge.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
So the guards were quite adamant. So there, we could possibly turn up any lead and help them apprehend with an organisation. They'd be quite happy to expedite the process of that charter.
Oh, that's really good. After you find the charter back, get your gold back, and try and get find at least the leader of that group. Do you have any leads?
Besides the group we're here that's targeting new people in town. So we have to go on.
Well, from what I've gathered, they seem to be hanging about new people in town. So I checked the station we arrived in.
Mm-hmm. Also, the person we apprehended, the guards took questions
Alright, I'll stop by and see if I can get anything out of it.
Here, it's 4 gold.
Cheers.
Thank you. Can you get the other 1,996?
No,
This is the guy's gold.
No,
Huh?
You mean it's our goal for the trouble these courses?
So, here's 4 gold down payment.
To start.
So she hands
See, I'm fixing the problem.
hands you over your armor, which you can put on now if you'd like.
It's an easy way to get this 2,000 back. Let's just go around nothing.
Just give me a moment.
Sure.
It's also worth getting general.
While these one
Don't look at me like that, Helen boy.
I'm just wondering, if you can punch yourself and take the hit, does that mean you're crap at punching or going to take a hit?
Probably good at taking hits.
Okay, so at the moment you've got at least 2 leads.
I reckon scanning the train station's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll do some investigatory.
I'll put it at the door.
Yes, you do need to hide your appearance.
Now I'm in disguise. Call me Brick.
Brick house.
Name used to be called Shit House.
Good shit.
Alright, so you go back to... Well, you're at the station. You're at the station.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a feat point.
I was done. So just give me a sec. You look around at people coming and going, with Jack's picking up and delivering cargo. A train pulls up, that's similar as yours, where people start pouring out and in. You start looking and casing the whole joint. Looking around, and what do you find?
Perception.
Wow.
Oh,
12.
remember, you can spend a feat point.
That's what it was.
Yeah, spend a feat point to re-roll.
I got some neck ons.
You can spend more than one feat point as well.
Yeah, so you spend a feat point to boost. You can now spend a feat point to re-roll all 3.
That's 2 6s.
Okay, you got a feat point back. Okay, so totals, if no one else wants to reroll.
12.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, that's just detection, isn't it?
Yeah.
16.
Does anyone want to try and beat that or? Okay, so looking about, one thing you do notice, a man is sitting on a chair that's like right next to a couple of barrels and crates. He seems to have a notepad and a pen, paper. He's quickly looking back and forth at the crowd as he's writing down on the sheet. Seems to be standing out, but he's not wearing any particular uniform or doesn't seem to be working on station.
As I try and sneak up on him and go, yoink!
No. That's an idea.
What's stealth? What's stealth?
Be a sneak roll, agility.
Or we could just be obvious about it.
Ooh, I could actually do that.
Take the notepad.
I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna boost it.
You're right at it, right?
I'll try and... I'll be obvious approaching him, so he's got some distraction.
15.
Okay, the character is actually distracted, so that's a bonus modifier. So the man's obviously distracted as a huge hulking Ogren coming up from behind him. Starts walking towards him, where a huge gleaming paladin approaches him from front.
Hey! What's going on here?
He sees
I need your help.
He immediately flips the notepad and puts it into his coat, where he gets up, turns away, starts quickly walking, where he bangs into the chest of a huge ogre.
Hello, Junior. Nice for you. I'll have this dance. I'm gonna start dancing.
Okay, he seems more confused than frightened as a huge hulking ogre starts dancing with him.
Oh no, we're just gonna dance to a nearby corner.
You can speak your pilot.
Yep. What's in your pocket?
Nothing in there.
Give me a look at the notebook.
What
I'm gonna
notebook?
hurt you.
I thought you'd start with good something.
Ricky?
Oh, that. Just documenting arrivals.
Send your names in it.
That when you look at the notepad, one thing, there's no names or anything, but you do see general descriptions of people, of what they're wearing, and personalized notes of what seems like the guy assumes the person is carrying or is worth.
Small dwarf. Right, small dwarf. What? The two grand we got robbed is nothing compared to what Garrett.
Yeah, but you're going to sell your suit of armor?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying there's nothing compared to what I'm carrying.
Alright, who do you work for?
Working
Make it good, make it real. You're gonna be in a lot of pain.
You flip back several notepads, several pages, and you do see descriptions that fit your band of merry men.
So you're working for the gang that is robbing people.
Gang? What gang? There's a gang? What are they doing?
I'd step lightly right now. We have permission to interrogate you from the city watch very vigorously.
Give me intimidation to see if you.
I'm gonna have fun with it.
I'm not sure if it's deception or intimidation.
Separate skill?
Yeah, they're actually separate.
What is intimidation mean?
They're both social.
Yeah.
Social.
Yeah.
Would that be intelligence then?
Have a big point.
You can't give feat points. You need that ability.
Take my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess intelligence would be choice. Let's see if he believes you.
Would command add to this one?
No.
Already. Is a 12.
12, 17, 18.
Oh, we can go with that. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, grrr.
27.
27.
That's a critical too.
It was 46.
46?
Yeah, we get a +1 die roll to intimidation, and then he gave me one of his speed points to burn.
Okay.
It's like,
Did you use that extra dice before?
huh?
Did you use that extra dice for intimidation before?
I know.
Oh,
Yes, go on, used it.
Because it's like a natural, so it always happens to you.
Yeah,
That
it's
first-
part of my hulking physique.
Yeah, but let's say you forgot it the previous intimidation, so you actually intimidated it more.
No, it was Canadian.
yeah, he
Oh,
Yeah, you only had 3 last time.
okay, that's what I was asking for. He
No, I didn't feel that one.
He completely believes you. He thinks you actually are hired by the watch specifically to find him and can do what you want to him.
And
He's such a look. Oh, I'm just told to write down the people and just give him to Jimmy. That's all I do.
Jimmy. Tell us all about Jimmy.
We want to be Jimmy's friend.
Okay.
Like you're now out.
Look, all I can tell you is that Jimmy just finds people who think will have some gold they won't notice missing.
Well, we noticed.
Yes, slight physical error there. Thanks for everything.
Look, they live down in if you want to find them, they're down the Border Street. You know, like down by 123 Fake Street.
1, 2, 3, Fake Street.
I just made up the.
Yeah.
3% cool.
Well, this guy is freaking out.
I wouldn't believe 1, 2, Plausible Street. Fake Street.
Well, you know what? I don't see him as a messenger boy. I think he's a delivery boy.
I think we have ourselves a little contact.
And a guy.
And a guide. I think so we don't tell the guard about you, and since I haven't touched you, you're one of our boys now. You work for us.
Okay. So if I show you where they are, you won't hand me to the watch.
Oh no.
Yep.
Is that this little error that's happened? We don't see any reason to hold anything against you personally.
I'll take you down there.
Become friends.
Take you down there. Just take a tram ride and be there in an hour or so.
What's the problem with that?
You're buying.
You're paying the train.
I've only got enough for myself.
That's not good enough.
Unfortunately, we buy our own tickets, but you see, there's take a little incident that it's
I thought you had your own money.
Shut up! I'm wearing this well for Jimmy. I
thought you had leftover gold.
No, this guy didn't even get any sluts of money.
How much are the tickets?
3G for a full day.
For a person.
But 1G if you just want to go down the line.
I'll run with this. If we can't afford it, I might next to find something.
How do you accidentally find any coins?
It's
Why did we know that in the past? Why would you accidentally find a coin?
So you're a disgraced fellow. Keep you out of the door.
I do what I can. I started with some money, that's all. But yes, it may be.
Fine.
Head off with the line.
Oh, you will.
But you did check him and you did notice he does have his own ticket.
Yeah, you could buy time.
Alright, I guess I didn't buy a ticket today.
Nah.
So it was 12 altogether. You're already done.
Do you have any money?
Yeah, I've got some left over cash from.
Remember, it is just 1G just to go down the line. You find a tram as it pulls up with 4 colourful characters leading by the shoulder a really intimidated and scared tiny man. He looks at the conductor and he's like, "Hey, Gary, I promise you, just let some of your time for one ride. I'll pay back later this week. And he looks you up and goes, fine, except for the one in armor. At least need a gold from him.
That's you.
Alright, try not to move around too much. Even
Stitchy creaks.
I'll make sure that the smokestack is hanging on the outside of the track. I don't want it to die.
Very lucky.
as the tram whistles, steams, pipes, bursts, the smoke starts leading you down the large incline, down towards the more poorer district. Is there anything you want to do on the ride there?
I'll give my cannon a check out to make sure it's really fresh.
I'm going to be
I
standing
need to
watching
shoot someone.
sitting watching, making sure no one is near us.
Hand on the coin pouch. Out to the fast truck.
Oh, might as well talk to the guy.
Hey, what else can you tell us about Jimmy? What does Jimmy look like?
Jimmy's just one of my mates who works for Clay. Cram.
What?
It's Cram. Okay?
Is it creme fresh?
I don't expect that much.
Seems to be an unfortunate line of work you got yourself into.
Look,
Surviving off the sessions others.
Look, I just hand off the notebook, okay? That's all it.
You don't feel any feelings with the fact that people being robbed and you're helping with that?
I'm not robbing anyone.
Yes, you are.
Look.
Your actions are aiding another. Should perform works still game.
I don't know what.
And then you gain a benefit out of it.
We've already agreed that you guys can have a talk to him.
Rob people. So,
Yes, we will. He gets bigger. As one of. We don't see him as an enemy, a possible ally. I guess comment that you heard the word of metal.
I'm sorry.
Don't mention that bloke again.
Metal will provide.
Unless he's providing ale, I don't want to hear it.
pretty sure that's a culprit as well.
No, that's a trophy. I'll pull it.
God, here we go again. Blah, blah, blah. What did we tell you about this?
Where's the ale? Let's see him producing ale.
Look, I'll follow man. You said it. You'll start with me, right? Like, I just tell you where they are and you let me go, right?
I just want hookers and blow.
Of course,
Not
because
get many.
I just think it'd be good if you, everyone's life goal should be to improve themselves, and not rely on stomping over others to do so.
You're a mercenary. It's what you do for a living.
Yeah, no opposing.
We all oppose ya.
General citizenry shouldn't have to do with it.
He seems so intensely scared that he seems to be just saying what you want to hear, so that you leave him alone.
I'll give him my pamphlet.
You have a pamphlet?
Yes, he probably does.
Have you heard the word?
Have you heard the word of Jesus Christ? What Jesus again?
Superstar. Okay, so let's move on.
Cast it aside if you will, but just throw it out. One day you'll turn it over and you may reconsider your life.
Pretty soon, he leads you off the correct stop, and he starts leading you through a more desolate area of the city. Kind of the area that everyone wants to pretend doesn't exist.
Maybe we should have been here. It's a real place that it is.
Remember, that was an option.
I remember also, well,
It will be a lot cheaper, but it is a pretty unsafe city.
Yes, see this warehouse? Pretty nightmare.
I'm unsafe.
Well, I'm just saying, some people might wait until you.
Yeah, you're not on the cell phone.
It is actually a choice. If you want to live in a poor district, that's fine.
I think being close to the train station is better anyway. It's easier for transport.
After a bit of traveling, where your mere presence is causing other people to stay away from you. He then cuts you off at a corner where he points out to like a T-shaped layout building. He says, "Look, that's the place. You go in there and ask him about it. Just ask Cram about it. That's probably where all your stuff's gone to."
Why don't you show us in?
Introduce.
Okay, well, I'm doing this. Okay, how am I gonna play this? Give me a moment. You know, the GM prepares for everything except what the players actually do. Definitely.
We're gonna land them.
Walk up, kick the door in and say, "Honey, I'm home."
We're not full protect. Forward we go.
You approach the building, you notice that it's a T-shaped layer building with two men just seem to be leaning about at the front door. On the right side, you see a small staircase that leads up to a door on the side.
Okay. Which way is our friend indicated to go?
Each pointing to the front door.
Straight into the.
As you approach the door, two guys look at you and goes, "Hey, what's all this now?"
Well,
We come to borrow a cup of sugar.
Don't tell me she's lying.
does our new friend try to find an excuse, or is he trying to remain silent?
He's like looking back and forth. He seems more eased than before, but he doesn't seem to be having any particular direction. He's like, he's just in there. Like, go speak to him.
No, show us in. Come on. You're our contacts. And you keep.
Well, guys, these guys want to go speak to Cram. He's like, what? We're not going to let him in. He goes, seriously, guys, I think we should really let them in.
It's very intimidating.
Yeah, I think Rob's convinced him that he can beat up anyone he goes against.
Can you convince these two guys?
Go on, Rob. Lazy guy.
I'll spin one essentially. So that's it. Oh shit.
Do you need a big one? To reroll?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very well.
He's got his own feet points.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
Okay, he's got 3.
3 ones.
How do you get a 6 there? That's still.
Not quite big.
Maybe,
18.
I'm pretty sure you can re-roll it as many times as you want.
It's still 18.
So you rolled 3 ones.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
3 ones and a 6.
Ah, technically that's a critical as well.
Is it a critical?
Because you got doubles.
Oh, okay.
you critical every time. Intimidated.
Yeah. Just remember, it's a feat point if it's a critical and you succeed.
Right.
So like, if you're double ones, miss, you don't get a feat for it. They look back at each other and goes, sure, just walk right in. But I assume you put your armor on at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not fully dressed with that,
Hey, just give me a moment, fellas. So as you approach, doors open, as you lead through. As you approach, you see a bunch of men who seem, and a gobber, who all seem to be laid back. When they see you approaching, they quickly merely get up and start pocketing a few things, and seem to sort of grab a few weapons that they stow. The man at the back, behind a fireplace, looks at you and goes, oi, what's all this now?
Well,
Come to borrow a cup of sugar.
do you have to start with that? No need to reach for weapons. We're just here to talk.
Talk about what?
There seems to be.
Have you heard of that matter?
Well, I think that's the point we're seeing.
Anybody else want to negotiate?
Oh, I know that. When I drop my gun and shoot something.
No. There seems to have been an error in your transactions. And we're just here to rectify that.
What kind of error? Get out of my damn house!
Well, it seems that we were accidentally recorded in your logbook and have lost certain possessions that we need to recover.
Don't do that. I hate that. It's not very
Getting the clothes thing on.
We ain't got nothing here for you.
Well,
To our friend.
young Betty here says otherwise. I'd like you to return the property that you took from us. And while you're at it, put your hands in your head and surrender.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't have to.
He squares it. He looks back and forth between his men and eyes you all up and down and goes, you know, we might have talked about the first problem, but we ain't talking about that second one. So get out of here before
Yeah, I shoot the dog.
Sorry.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
I'm gonna use some focus to boost it. Sorry, and
You can't,
yeah,
because you have to bond to it and you
it is a
mechanical.
bonded weapon.
I thought you bonded to your wrench.
No, I did end up taking the wrench because I couldn't take that as an item, as a weapon. So I had to take.
Actually, you could. The wrench could be used as
Oh,
well.
I did end up taking a hand cannon instead, which was one of the other options.
Okay. You could have talked to me about it and I could have organised
So,
something.
that's fine.
But
It all works. Attack roll with a pistol is 4, but it's plus 1 with this weapon. But it's accurate. It does a.
You're in my aura.
What does that mean?
+1.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, and plus 6, so that's 10, 15, 19. Hit the goblin.
Yes.
Very often size it.
Does it have damage as well?
Yes.
Yeah. +1 damage attack roll. Oh wait, that's 2 separate boosts, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I got the focus for it. So that is 13, 14, 22 points of damage. You want to be funny. Plus, they're sneaky. I don't like those.
That goblin had vitality 5, and you did about 13 points of damage. So suddenly, the heavily bulking dwarf steps forward, pulls out a gun, aims at the goblin, and his entire body shatters in half.
I reload. Anyone else want one?
Anyone want to negotiate?
Cram quickly pulls out his weapon and shouts at him and goes, "Get him, fellas!"
Initiative!
Hey, what are you rolling for that?
2 dice plus your initiative, and any initiative modifiers if you have
This
it.
shit is I have good initiative. Alright.
Combat has initiative. Cram points at your group and tells them all to converge on them. Attack them. Kill them. Get rid of them. They killed the mascot.
Okay, old Fremont. Look at grenade. Back in. Yes.
Yep.
Level 6 and 5.
So, after ordering his men to charge the strangers in his home, he suddenly takes a grenade to the face and knocks him onto his ass. He just fails it by 1. Yes, he is knocked out and falls over. His friend next to him sees him falls over and quickly runs over and starts rousing him back up. When he wakes up pretty soon, he's like, "What are you doing, Moss? Get up!" This guy, who's actually a balcony above, runs to the end of the banister, aims down at his mate, aim and shoot where you see a bullet hole explode at the ground next to you. Behind you, one of the entrymen comes in from behind, runs in and stabs the heavy armoured dwarf in the back. You jab the dagger into your back and remember you've got a special rule where if you take 5 points of damage, you have to roll on a chart, right? And it goes into that first 5 points.
How much damage?
Does 1 point of damage to column 4. This guy quickly runs up and starts stabbing the alchemist. He attempts to swipe with a dagger and misses. When your friend there starts scurrying about, running forward away from the party. He seems to be looking for something to grab onto and fight back with. Getting jabbed in the back and having a maid run away in front of him, Nathan activates.
Now, for my first free action, I will cast.
That's free.
Yeah, I got a free for the fast cast thing.
Okay.
So I can cast one spell for the free action. Oral protection. It'll cost me 2.
Plus 2.
Based on my armor, yeah.
And everyone else.
Plus 2. Yeah, plus 2 to armor whilst you're making me around. And then I am going to shoot Bob in the back, running away and being an idiot.
And you're currently engaged, so that'll be -4.
Oh,
Maybe he's just seeking cover.
I'll punch the guy.
Yeah, proud plus your unarmed
Okay.
skill.
So that gets me to a 13 to hit him.
Just miss him. And he quickly ducks out of the way. Your fist swings in the air in front of him. But you're no longer engaged. Sorry,
I
just
will
take him.
spend the other focus to boost the hit roll.
Yep. Defense 14.
5 is 16.
Good. A guy runs up and stabs you in the back. You swing around with your fist where he quickly does a backflip out of the way. You pull out your gun and shoot him in his head. Head explodes.
Oh, okay, I shouldn't put it on damage.
I thought you already done that.
No, that was the hit roll.
Okay, so damage.
Damage is.
Yes, his head explodes. Yellow runs around and he goes, Roger! And he quickly runs up behind the evil dwarf who took his best friend's life. Attempts to jab you in the back with a dagger, which he obviously does. And it strikes through your arm for a total of 16.
Alright, I'll have that down.
This guy quickly puts his arm on the railing and flips over, and then charges and rushes over to the alchemist, swinging your dagger right at him. -7. As he comes in and swings his dagger at you, coloured glue appears off your body and deflects the blow. With the battle starting, the Ogren becomes enraged and
Who's the guy in the red? You
That's good.
No. You.
Over here.
You actually.
he's on the second balcony. You have to do a jumping and attack to get up there, or climb the ladder.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Take out the whole. That was a big hole where.
If you sacrifice your movement, you actually get +2 on the attack roll.
Really?
Aim and shooting with my pistol. So quick draw my pistol.
Just 12 hit. You pull out your gun and it hits the board underneath the man's feet and misses. And now it's Lee's turn. Mighty Paladin.
Just
Beacon of Light.
Just clarifying the stance that I can do.
Yeah.
Is that if I don't move or I extend my movement to do it?
You spend your movement to it.
Well, I'll deal with this behind me. So I shall adopt my stance so I don't have to move everyone.
You've got boosted armor, so you probably don't need to do your stance yet.
with a pair of metalheads might be.
Protecting the dwarf and ally, the mighty Menoth Paladin swings his firebrand sword and
Oh, that's something else. 17.
and the amount of damage.
Throw it all to these.
Yep. And your power. And strength. Dude, seeing his dwarven friend getting jumped by a pathetic man
21.
jabbing his dagger in, he screws him with his firebrand and tosses him out, bang out through his door. Friend gets up and seeing that his team hasn't made much progress. He shouts at his man, "Quick, get the big guy!" The man looks back and forth and goes, "Which one?"
Yeah, we got a company up and go, who's first?
And he quickly ducks away and takes cover, telling out his men to kill them all.
I guess we're going to
Right, breaks, remember?
Okay, that's John. So we go back to John.
Okay, first attack hits red. I'll be stabbing with a dagger, so that's 14.
Yep. You pull out a knife or a dagger.
Yeah, dagger.
Okay, and jam it right into number red or blue.
Yeah, red.
And jamming right into red, doing 12.
13.
While jabbing a dagger into his thigh and quickly cutting him, and he screams, but he's still standing.
Second attack. Still against red.
You got virtuoso.
Yeah, but you're also not skilled. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's skilled. Forgot about that.
15 to attack.
His defense 14. Jamming the sign, he screams, and then as he falls over to try and grip it, you quickly grab his head and jam the dagger right through his neck, killing him instantly.
Ow.
So how much is that? That's 2 people you've killed?
And I've got a roll double to on the attack. 2 falls.
Yep, so you got feedback. Oh wait, that's for the damage, so it's actually for the attack roll.
Yep.
Not for the damage roll.
No, it's a attack roll that I've got double.
Okay, try and keep that in mind. Like, that's fine. The white guy, seeing his friend get stabbed and cut through the neck, immediately charges over, jumping over his body and attempts to stab the fellow who killed him, and jabs a dagger into you for 17 points of damage. Column 2. So, was it 14 armor because it's a spell?
No, it's not 10.
So, remember, you can spend a feat point to dodge it to heroic dodge that cuts the damage in half. So 3 points damage. The guy at the top, he seems his friend gets killed. He says, "Oh, screw this," and pulls out a grenade and throws it down as the grenade lands and hits the jack. So 20 points of armor. Ooh.
20 points, you said.
Yeah, and your armor is 8. 16?
Sorry, you said I'm on defense.
I already did the attack roll, sorry.
Yeah, my armor is 16.
Okay, so you did 4 points of damage.
Leaves a roll the shot for me, sir.
10 heroic goes at 5. 1 point to 5.
Sorry.
1 point to 5.
1 point to column 5.
Because you said roll on his.
Oh, no, on the, I had to pass the arrows from the jack.
But that's only if I do 5 points damage, you only do 4 points damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry, I think I'm confused there. And then blast damage hits these guys.
Yeah.
Is power PS of 6 is up. So 15 against the Ogron.
3.
So
1.
1 for 1. And against the Paladin, it's 12 plus 5. 17 plus 5. 15 to armor against your armor. How much was your armor? 18.
That's 15 normally.
Ah, okay, so it matched your armor. And his turn ends. Green manages to pick up a loose dagger on the ground and quickly runs around to join the fray. So that's as far as he gone. Now Nathan, it's your turn.
I am going to.
You have to keep that spell for free.
No, I don't. So I have to pay a focus point to upkeep my spell.
Yep.
And as a free action, I'm going to pass it to Charlie myself.
Yep. Probably don't need to,
Oh yeah, it doesn't actually do anything else, does it? Doesn't have to.
but Pathfinder and +3 movement.
Yeah, I don't need that. Oh, I have 2 inches of movement though. Not sure if 2 inches is quite enough to do combat.
Yeah, be able to get you in there quite easily.
Previous.
Pretty much whatever you want. Yeah.
Alright, fair.
There. That's fine.
Alright, I don't need to charge, and then I'll spend a big point to do this time. I'll charge. Bomb.
Really? He's might be on that phone.
He just picked up a weapon and come back to status. I don't think he's on his side.
He hasn't hit us yet. He hasn't even rolled with us. Hit the black guy. Hit the black side. Actually, the blue side. Hit the black guy. Hit the gold one. He's out, Bobby.
This. Oh, hey, there's 14 hit Bob.
Yep.
Really? Yes, really. That is.
So you're punching him?
Yes, the
Okay.
fist to my jack.
Yep.
Which is 10, 15 points of damage.
Annoyed that Bob had betrayed the honest group of mercenaries, you immediately run up and smash his face so hard his jaw crushes in and he dies. Or maybe he doesn't.
I will spend a focus point to buy. Am I close enough to attack with my lord?
Yeah.
I'll buy a focus point to buy a second punch.
And then jab the fist
No, I missed him.
and attempt to punch the guy and miss completely.
And then on my pistol attack, which I haven't made yet from the start, I will, if I'm in range, shoot him.
But you're engaged, so it'll be
And
-4.
that's irrelevant because of these.
Okay. And he's
Oh,
flying.
firing the melee's not an issue. I don't know about firing out.
Yeah, it'll be -4. Because you're engaged.
And I'll spend a focus point.
How many
How much ammo have I got left?
Yeah. Like, is it like single file or 3 file? Okay, so you're spending your quick action to reload.
Yeah.
Yep. But pistol attempt to shoot Cram behind the crates where it shatters and explodes in the crates right in front of his face. And he quickly switches and ducks around behind the crate again. Blue guy. The blue guy keeps attacking the poor, helpless alphabet in front of him. He's actually doing a better job than this party. And just whiffs with his dagger. Whiff, missed. So you can move 2 inches if you like. Disengage. Sure.
No, sorry. No.
That's not your turn. That's it.
Yeah, roll one.
Freed Oberon leaps from his feet and
Good charge.
Oh, hey!
not only
What's charging range again?
it's speed plus 3. Instead of speed points to run a gun, you can jump up there and stab him.
Spend a big point to run a gun, then going to shoot him.
Which is move up twice your speed in inches as you fall in. Completely. Half to get there, and the other half to pop up. Okay, so you can measure it.
That's 10 inches.
Yeah, so you're back there.
He has had a gun though, so he knows what he's trying.
And then Andrew.
Behind the cover, his defense is 16.
Well, and then
He's in the old gun area, right? Just aim for the crate and get the stuff.
that's the first shot, second shot. Skill.
Your skills?
Now, why?
You're not mighty?
Skill.
I thought he took money.
Skill.
Skill. Oh, boxcars. Let's go.
It's 12, 15.
Within range of Woody.
He's 9, so he might be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Excellent chance for it.
So you rolled a 16, right?
yeah, I rolled
That's
that.
9 inches.
12 plus 5 is 17 plus
What's on the
Wait, where's the plus 5 from?
pistol.
Skill.
You rolled 12.
Yeah, I rolled 12.
Yeah, just on the dice.
Nice. You got 12.
Okay, let's see how much damage you did.
It's a face.
6 plus 10.
Okay, straight dice then.
Oh, 7, 8 points of damage. 6, 7, sorry, 7 words twice. Oh, twice, 1, 8, okay, right.
Was it 8 or 9?
8. I've got the first one.
Pulls out his hand cannon and shoots him as you see blood and pieces of armor strike off from his chest, but he's still standing. He's actually a character.
Not a good at name.
Who would have known?
Lee
I'm going to move in and get these guys.
quickly spins around, runs in, swings his firebrand out in the wide arc and
That's 7 rounds. So damage.
skewer him and
20 damage.
huh?
20 damage.
Average. He did twice his armor, and twice his health.
Well, it's full power. 7 on the dice. That's not bad.
His armor is 10, vitality 5, so you went 5 over his armor, his health.
Ooh, I'm going to take that.
Cram, seeing his mates
Surrender now!
fall, he's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. And he immediately rushes to the window and like boots it open and jumps out. Starts running.
5 checks.
You're running down real quite fast now.
It's John.
You're about to fall.
Yeah, basically.
While he jumped out through the window, John is activating to kill the last man.
This is good.
Throwing grenade. Throwing grenade. Or throwing a knife.
Not that they.
Yep. Flip out a knife, grab it between your fingers and throw it. And you take back up too, so +2.
So 9, 10, 15. Biggest bonus is 10. So, and then this is group puts up 12. And magic is 18.
Yep, and damage. Armor 10, so PS is 5, so minus 10, 5 on the roll. Pull out a blade and throw it as it jams in the back of his head and he slumps down dead.
Just
Yeah, using skill to throw another
Right?
knockout grenade at the guy on top.
So you're reloading a knife in your fingers.
so 8 inches.
Huh?
8 inches. I think it's maximum range.
Then quickly underarm a grenade up onto the balcony. Catch!
19, 17. Right, max brings up to 16.
Ooh, just make it. He's on elevated surface, so you get +2 defense. And it's knockout, so you don't need to roll for it. I roll a willpower. And the target is 14. Okay. Grenade smacks him in the face and he falls down asleep.
Oh, when you go down the rail.
Breaks his legs, his legs.
But you wanted to knock him out.
It's fine. I'm happy to do that.
No one else alive or conscious?
I was gonna say, no, go just jump out the window. I could cast Canvas Charge on Rob.
And Rob will then proceed to
Hunt him down.
Run heedless into the ground.
Pretty much.
So they moved me into the corners.
the combat's over, so you just walk up.
Well, I'm assuming at this point, but still, so I'm going to initiate, but he's just outside the window.
He jumped out the window and kept running.
Okay.
Cast Boundless Charge on the Ogre. The Ogre immediately charges out and
He charges after him.
what's your and roll to see
What's he moving? What's he moving?
Well, my speed is 13.
That was it. 7 plus 3 plus. What was the roll again for running?
it's like speed plus 7, and you got Boundless Charge, so then it'll be plus 3 on top of that.
So
15 plus 3.
So
28.
28.
You brush up and like step over the windowsill, and you see Cram running down the alleyway of the building, and you immediately give chase. He turns around and like sees you come in and tries to swing the blade at you, and suddenly you reach out and grab him. And what are you gonna do now?
Bring him down.
You're trying to knock him unconscious. Strike.
Go for it. I think it's a strength test or something.
Yeah. So that's 13.
To hit?
Oh, you grabbed him.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was just wrong there.
15.
I thought you were doing a knockout attack.
Yeah. So what is it for a knockout attack? I don't think.
Well, it'd just be raw strength.
Raw strength, so
So
it's
it's not going to be raw.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
It's a good roll, but he actually rolled pretty good. So you smack him in the head, and his nose starts gushing out with blood. He's still sitting there all woozy, but when he suddenly pulls out, holds out a wrist where a small blade pops out, and he starts striking you with it. And he just cuts off and scuffs your nice armor.
What is it? Not your trench coat.
Trench coat. That's just cruel, that is. Alright, I'm going to try and smack him out again. Yeah, pretty much. So, that's a 9 plus 5 is 14.
You got lucky that time. He just failed it.
Right.
You smack him again, and you hear a loud crack, and his body goes limp, and he just sits there like that.
You broke their leg, or?
You break his nose. You hold him closer, and you can still hear trace amounts of breathing. You shake him around, and you hear bones rattle in his nose.
They're checking again, looking for the sound of the coin. Throw him over my shoulder and just walk back.
Okay. 3 gold pieces fall out of his pocket. That's his coat. Okay.
7 gold, I haven't done
I
anything yet.
need to show you this part of the call book and roll it to the cover and I'll run these all this party.
I haven't done anything wrong. These coins just keep falling onto the ground. When they're on the ground, it's fair game, mate.
Right.
I haven't locked anyway. Drag him back in.
So I think there are 2 unconscious guys plus Cram or Cram, whatever his name is.
Cram is the unconscious guy.
They would have probably made me unconscious.
No, I think completely safe. Just
While Rob's chasing him, I'll go over there and see if he's still alive. You need a medicine check or something.
His jaw's broken. He's spitting out blood.
he's alive.
Alive?
Be eating mushy food for a while.
You heal?
I've got medicine.
I don't care about medicine.
Can I just first aid him?
Tie up the living ones.
Alright, so that's just a straight medicine check?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
If you break his jaw.
So you attempt to hold his jaw tight with a piece of cloth wrapped around his face, and all you can hear him moaning and trying to scream.
I'm not duct tape!
You're still alive.
Have faith in Benoff! You'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll stack the bodies, loot and fruit.
Take the gear.
Yeah,
Which one was crippled as well?
Graham.
it's the one that Rob chased in.
Alright. So
Okay,
Hanson's
coming
going
back.
again.
Pour him into a bucket. Right in. What are you gonna do with
Do
it?
we find any ill-gotten gains in
Yeah,
the
Tom.
houses we search?
Okay. You didn't cause that much ruckus, so any guards won't be here until you call them in. You easily find your sack of 2,000 gold and your contract.
Excellent. Mark up Paladin's breastplate.
Okay,
Isn't it like this?
Oh, it opened sideways, sorry.
that's just a shield. Okay, so you want to have a look around?
Yeah.
So you could give me some rolls for it.
Let's you guys do that.
Oh, yeah! That is a 15 for me.
I'll just tend to Bobby.
Okay, looking around and prying open a few crates, barrels, or boxes, or whatever. You,
Lockpick.
no, he doesn't need it.
You got a goal lockpick, haven't you?
There's a goblin there.
There's one left of one
Get
anyway.
a hole in it.
Oh, and a grenade.
Before any guards turn up, you find a large collection of items and missing, stolen property. You can try and you basically make claim to ownage before the guards turn up.
Should this be returned to the guards?
Do you want me to go through the items?
I think we should return it.
Is there, among the
We
items,
want to get
is there got any clear
Like, do I wanna
indication
take all
of
this stuff?
ownership to anything? Or
If
just
we get the charter signed.
Let's see what it might be some useful items first. Just
If there's anything that's got any name on it, I think it's fair that we
maybe there might be a workshop or two.
And looking through the slain men and any items, you find about 23 loose gold coins.
Right.
How hard is it to do a job around here? Money's flying all over the floor everywhere.
So you go on.
23 GP. The guys, they had armor?
They all no.
No, fair enough.
The only armor it was from Cram, and that was tailored leather, tailored plate.
Nice stuff.
He did have an assassin's blade, and the rest all had daggers. That's all that was on the persons.
And then stolen property. I was going to
So you're gonna return all the stolen property?
Probably. We just want to know what's in there first.
and we also did find our 2,000 GP and our contracts.
Which will go to
No,
you.
but that's clear ownership, I don't see why we should do that.
There is no clear ownership.
So you're like finding 6 armor or something with name written on it.
Pretty soon, a couple of guards turn up and start questioning the commotion.
Yep, now we'll inform them as to the fact that we were after the let's just try to track down these jobs. We get a little bit of money, unfortunately. However, the leader of the gang that has been terrorizing merchants and other people coming to town is tied up over there.
Or a minute.
They then ask you, did you find any loose items, stolen items, or loot?
We did. Well, we want to see
hand it over. Okay, so you hand over all items.
Oh, except for obviously our.
Yes.
And whatever they had on.
Yeah, you're claiming ownership.
No, that's fine.
So I went through this table for nothing.
You know, I mean, I'd prefer to make a good reputation with the guards.
Yeah, but I was
Yes.
going to list it all off to see if there's anything you
Sure.
can quickly pocket.
I get assurances from the guards.
I mean, I don't think any of you would want the dress hat or the dresses.
Ooh, I don't know dress hats.
Yeah, Rob's all over that.
How do you know? You assuming Rotendo?
That's why I'm asking.
They're a bit of wolves, yeah.
Are you returning all the stolen property?
Yeah, I think that's what it's returning.
Alright,
Yeah.
so anything you're keeping was just found on the soldiers, which the guards were happy to pretend don't exist. They got extra guards to come in, they start packing up all the loot and grabbing all the and escorting the men back to prison or wherever to stand
Ruby
trial.
ones.
There's only 3. And they're moaning and screaming in pain or just limp.
Look, if Bob hadn't rushed out there and grabbed the weapon and come back to attack us,
Did he?
fine. But
I don't know. Was that true?
it looked like he was taking an offensive action.
It did look like that.
Poor boy. I took an
Yes.
example of myself.
He's forsaking the word of them.
And you blame him?
But
Should
you
I
dragged,
consider
you dragged him with you.
Yeah. I don't know. You think he's scared enough of Rob? Maybe you think.
I'm gonna sneak away.
He thought, like, they had twice the amount of numbers, so he thought they had you.
He thought wrong.
Exactly. So pretty soon you return to Cassandra, who's happy and rewards you.
She love you again.
That money's gone straight to building.
Well, we did find a nice building, so
Yep.
continue that.
And you take Cassandra to the building where she easily manages to make a purchase, spending only 1,600 of the 2,000 gold, but the remaining 400 can be spent on either an alchemist or a workshop.
I was going to say 75 the alpha stuff.
We're going to rush him over.
No, and how much will the workshop cost?
400.
Exactly.
I think the workshop was actually 500, but I was going to give it to you for 400.
Because I can fix my armor without a workshop. I don't need the workshop to fix it. I just need a workshop to upgrade.
Right. Yeah, you don't know this then, just to each day, don't you?
Oh, living in an alchemist's lab will definitely be helpful.
How are you in the realms of chemical laboratory? In other words, make beer.
You had a job, you wasn't a good beer maker. Oh my god.
Hey, you know it. I can definitely set something up.
Bloody well better. Okay, the alchemist got his own lab.
Charge still.
You purchased your mercenary building. Your sleeping quarters actually has enough room for 8 bunk beds. So if anyone wanted to, they can actually have a second character. But you can only play as one character.
We'll do all be on top of
If you don't hire anyone else. Cassandra congratulates you for your job and looks forward to, with the easy success you made, have a successful business as loose mercenaries.
Right, so that's a point. There was a talk from the guards about expediting some charter through with them.
Yes, they managed to get your contract signed through by the end of the week. Normally it would have taken like a month or so.
Maybe I did. Oh.
Alright, so you'll begin your mercenary career in Serral.
Yeah, we have mercenaries. Now we need to figure out that cool.
Yeah.